Good afternoon, everybody. We are taking a quick look at the garden areas. The ducks have taken themselves back towards their pen. This weekend, we had some projects we worked on. It's mostly done, but my chickens were naughty. This is kale. Like, all of it is kale, and they have eaten four of the rows. There's 2 here. So, my husband built me frames, big poly PVC frames here, so that I can protect my kale from my chickens better. And we also I redid some of my flower covers because they were getting into these too, which I have no idea why. I do have one toothache plant that made it. I didn't think he was going to make it, but he did. And this is a creeping fox that usually does wonderful, and the chickens just destroyed it this spring. So, if you're going to free-range chickens, you do have to protect your plants extremely well. We have one more frame that we are going to be putting up. We just ran out of pipe, and I'm hoping I have enough netting left to actually finish it. I think between the netting that I have and the chicken wire I have, I should have enough. But we are going to erect frames over. There's cauliflower and there's okra here, and I'm not going to walk there because I'll get squirted by the sprinkler. Our peppers are doing good. Still going to get hit by the sprinkler. Still going to set it off. It's working well today. But yeah, so this was okra. Working really good today. This was okra back here and cauliflower, and the chickens have pretty much destroyed all of it, except for maybe half a dozen plants. And they didn't care about it until I mulched it. And they're like, oh, look, food. So, it's probably a little late to save what they've already completely demolished, but I'm hoping that I can at least save the stuff that's right in front of the automatic sprinklers. Is about the only thing left they haven't destroyed. I'm gonna get hit again. But yeah, this was actually my husband's. Like, he likes the okra, and our cauliflower was our experiment this year, and the chickens ate most of it. So we have enough we'll be able to eat fresh, not enough to actually preserve though, or freeze or do whatever with for the winter. So, much to my husband's dismay, because he really likes cauliflower. So, we have this frame. We're going to get it set up to save what's left of the stuff, and then next year we'll have it to keep everything. These are also going to double kind of as greenhouse covers. So, hopefully, these are our pepper beds, and they're set up not quite the same. If the covers work as well as I'm hoping they're going to on the hot peppers, on the hot peppers and the kale and the cauliflower okra patch, I'm probably going to put it also over my potato, or the rest of my, not sweet potatoes, tomatoes, and my green pepper patch here, which you can't see at the moment. Right now it's pretty covered, but there's just cages here holding it up. And the cages are really there, honestly, just to support the net. A lot of times I've had my peppers in the garden, they get too tall and stemmy, so they needed extra support. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. But they're holding the net up, so they're just kind of hanging. The tomatoes are doing good. We are starting to get some green tomatoes on. I did not prune these this year. Normally I do. I know. But we are getting tomatoes on them. I'm just going to get that guy back. Between the cages, my basil, between stuff. It looks like the chickens have been in here some, but not enough to like damage stuff. I had the most problems with the chickens in the tomato beds when they were little. When they were itty bitty, the chickens loved it in here and they ate and just dug around and stuff. This mulch, my friend who was helping me plant this spring was cussing how deep the mulch is because it's probably a good 4 or 5 inches deep in there. But I haven't actually weeded the tomato beds yet. So yeah, it's a pain when you're planting, but it works well because I didn't have to weed. These have settled a lot. I just put these in last fall, these raised beds, and the mulch was actually above, where's my hand there? Above this, and I had the dirt up to there. So you can see it's settled almost a full hand width down in there, which I completely expected it to do, which is why I did it so deep. You can really see it on the ends here. Our cucumbers are taking off finally. My kids will love this. I planted way too many cucumbers. Again, I'm just gonna help set him up here. And yeah, they will actually wind up climbing this arch up and over. And there's supposed to be some seeds over here too. And I think they died, or they didn't come up, or they got choked out or something. I don't know. I wasn't too concerned. Oh, I do have one patch that made it, I guess. But overall, everything is doing good. We did get about an inch of rain Saturday night into Sunday morning. So we're doing good there. Looks like somebody ripped my net open. Somebody's been naughty. And I apparently have not been checking my nets very well. So I guess I'll mend that today as well. And yeah, this panel cage bed I may not frame up just because of the way I have it set in here. I might just use the cattle panel as kind of the tarp holder, kind of like it is now. But everything else in the garden is doing actually fairly well. We'll walk this way. We'll walk along the backside here. I'm not going to take you actually in it. But our beans are doing good. I actually probably need to harvest some of the garlic. Have not got that far. Peas definitely need harvested again. Those are doing fantastic. Normally my kids come out here and pick all the peas for me because they eat half of them as they pick them. As long as half of them get in the basket, I really don't care. That's how they pick for me. So yeah, that's also why we plant so many peas, is because they just like them as snacks. Our green beans, more peas. So really need to be picked. I'll have to do that. I thought they were going to be ready last week. They are not. But I did check them again Sunday, and they should be ready honestly middle of this week, which will be good. At least these first 3 rows. The second row might be a little bit longer, or the 4th row. The back 2 rows will still be a while. They're just a longer variety, day variety plant. So yeah, that's our garden update. Potatoes are going to go up again today. They've really shot up. We got the boards up this morning, but yeah, I haven't actually filled them with dirt. Sweet potatoes boards are up. They're not actually going to fill with dirt over there. They're a little too little yet. I've got one potato in here that I think is going to probably struggle. I'm probably honestly die because he's just not keeping up with everybody else. But everybody else is ready to be buried again. So there's your garden update, and our latest attempt at keeping the chickens away from the plants. So far it's been working. I see a patch that fell through I need to fix before the chickens find it. And yeah, we'll talk to you all tomorrow. And we might go through the orchard and squash, see how that's doing tomorrow.